Live better and longer with the FITZNESS Show, hosted by fitness expert, author, and TV personality Fitz Koehler. She'll tell you why diets are dumb, supplements are snake oil, and the truth about how you can earn a lean, hard, pain-free, and athletic body. Now for our favorite bossy blonde, Fitz Koehler.
Well, hi team, I'm Fitz Koehler, your super bossy fitness pro from FITZNESS.com, and welcome to the FITZNESS Show. Today's a full-length episode. We're going to do the Q's and the A's. You brought me Q's, some very good ones. We're going to talk about bouncing boobies and belly fat and injury prevention and some other things. So thanks for sending me your questions. It always makes me very, very happy. I want to tell you that we're getting close. That's right. The cover of my book number 5 is almost there. I keep telling you this, but for real, I can taste this thing and I'm really excited about it. So make sure, if you haven't done so yet, you subscribe to the FITZNESS Show wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it's Podbean or Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google or Amazon. If you subscribe, they'll send you a notification, say Fitz is going blah, 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 and you should check it out. And then you can listen, but also go to my Instagram page. Make sure you follow and have notifications on, because that book cover is going to go boing, 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 right on the screen. And I want you to see it first. And I'm going to have some special incentives / perks for the first pre-orders of my book. So anyways, I'm excited. Oh, am I excited? It's been a long time. Also, before we get to the Q's and the A's, happy birthday again to my mommy. That's right. My mom just had a big birthday this weekend, and I went down to South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, to go party with my mom. And she's so cute. I mean, she's a great mom. I'm very fortunate. I'm very delighted that she's still around, still kicking. She's had a couple years of falls and things that were very scary, but she looks better than she has in a long time. She's got good energy. She's scooting around. She uses a wheelie walker now so she doesn't fall, which I'm so grateful for, because nothing is worse than when your parents hit the ground and they bleed a lot and bruise a lot, and that's awful. But yeah, this was a great weekend. I drove all the way down. Folks, I do not like to do long drives. I don't mind getting on an airplane. If I'm on an airplane, I can dilly-dally. I can work on my computer. I can read. But if I'm driving, I can't do anything but drive. I mean, I listen to podcasts. I yammer on the phone. That's right. I do a lot of chit-chat, but it's just a long way, and it's a 300-mile drive. So it's 5 hours down to South Florida. And on the way back, guess what? It's almost 8 hours. That's right, because of Florida storms and construction and car crashes. So but I kept my good attitude with me. You know, when I talk about not pitching a fit, I mean it. And I've become just so in charge of me and my emotions, because again, 5-hour drive instantly became 6 the second I hit the turnpike. And then it became 7 after some crashes and things, and whatever. I mean, it just is what it is. It made no sense to have a tantrum, to be cranky. The only real issue I had is at some point I was kind of tired, and I stopped off to get a Diet Coke. I thought, oh, a little caffeine. Normally I avoid caffeine, but I thought this would be good for a drive. And then I drank the big Diet Coke, and then I pee so bad. And then I got stuck in another stop, not even stop and go, just pure stop traffic. And oh, I thought I was going to explode, but whatever. I made it. There were no critical issues in my rental car, and I got home. But yeah, happy birthday, Mom. And we had a wonderful family party for her birthday, on her birthday, but on the day surrounding, it's very cute. I'd take her to lunch or breakfast or brunch, things she likes to do. And she loves going to the casinos. And yeah, so I take her and I give her $40, $50. And then we're very satisfied to put the money in. If you win, great. If you lose, fine. You've lost $40 for a couple of hours worth of fun. No big whoop. There's never any threat or risk of us losing it all or losing any significant amount. It's just, if I took her to the movies, it would cost $50. So anyways, we put the money in. She did do some winning, and that was cool. Any money I put in, I lost pretty quickly. I have no luck in gambling. I think it's fun. So sometimes we play the penny slots, but it's more fun to see her have a good time. And, that boost of adrenaline, no matter how old you are, it's something, as long as you're reasonable with it, it's nice to see a lot of older folks having fun. And that casino is packed with older folks. I would say the average age is above 70. Definitely a lot of folks in their 80s, and so many people scooting around with the wheelie walkers. And then behind them are their children who are grown up. So there was me and a bunch of other, grown-ups who were taking their parents in for some fun at the casinos. And one of them said, like, we should have a wheelie walker race outside. And It's just sweet. Also, a lot of widows there. Good for them. Good for them for having something to do inside. Also, there's a non-smoking section of the casino, which is really the only way to go. And of course, the smoking side is pretty packed, but we stuck around mostly on the non-smoking side. And my mom had a great time. So happy birthday, Mom. I don't think she's listening. But if she is, I love you, mommy. I love you. I also went to my brother's bar. If you ever go to Fort Lauderdale, you are mandated to go check out. It's called The Fitz. That's right. The bar is called The Fitz Bar and Lounge. It's very close to the beach, not right on it, but it's beautiful and quirky and charming and fun and busy. It was a FSU football game night. They were playing Virginia, and it was packed with Seminole friends. I went with an old high school friend, Jennifer, and it was wonderful to hang out with her. But yeah, this place was packed with Knowles. And you know what? I look at my brother who owns the bar, and he's over there in his Seminole jersey. And I just think, well, yeah, I want his team to win. And then his son, Johnny, was there, who was also in a Seminole jersey. And I thought, okay, I will cheer for the Seminoles. So they lost anyways. But, you know, I'm out for bigger things other than my school is the only one that can have success and everybody else's team sucks the worst. So I did the thing. I cheered for the Seminoles and they lost. So whatevs. Go Gators. By the way, we're losing terribly this football season, and that's also all right by me. My attitude is I'd rather be a losing Gator than a winning anything else. I do bleed orange and blue, and I'm so proud to be at the University of Florida. And then, you know, the real significant thing here in the state is academically, there's nothing close to the University of Florida. And academically, it's one of the top, they actually call it the public Ivy League school. So anyways, go Gators, but also Saturday, go Knowles, and go all of your teams. That's right. Whoever you root for, I hope all of them win every game and they all win the national championship every year, because why not? Right. So that was cool. Tomorrow, I can't believe it, I am getting back on a plane. I love my travel. More importantly than loving travel, I love getting to go to the events I host because I love being with you and I love the work that I do. But holy mackerel, I woke up today and I thought, I cannot believe that tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm going to be on another plane, leaving my dogs, going away. But I'm announcing the St. George Marathon for the first time. And it's supposedly a beautiful destination with all sorts of big red rocks. And I've heard nothing but great things. So I'm stoked to get over there, and I fly into Vegas and I fly out of Vegas. So there's a good chance I might do some Vegas-y things on the way home because I do have a bit of time to kill on Sunday. But yeah, Utah's cool. So I was there in Utah Valley a few weeks ago announcing Mud Girl. And one of the things I thought was precious was when I would go from my stage to go, I don't know, do something else across the festival. There were, there's a lot of Mormons in Utah. There's a lot of focus on family and traditionalism, which I love. And there were all of these big blankets with daddies and 4 to 7 kids. There's all these daddies out in the field supporting their wives who were running the race. And the daddies had a baby with a bottle and then all these kids crawling around them. And it was just really, really charming, very sweet, a big tug at your heart type experience. So I am looking forward to getting back to Utah. And again, a beautiful location. Also, the thing I didn't tell you is I did a rodeo. I went to the PBR professional rodeo. It was at the Utah State Fair, and it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I mean, one of the things I loved when I got in the arena is how unabashedly patriotic they are. You know, you would expect that out of a bunch of cowboys and cowgirls, but man, when they did the anthem, it was fireworks and cowgirls with American flags, with fireworks shooting out of the flags, and just meaningful. You know, I love this country. I love our freedom more than anything else. So it was just very rich with our own American culture to be there. And then to watch the athletes was absolutely impressive. I mean, they had bareback bronco riding and I think saddled bronco riding and bull riding. And then there was some barrel racing from the cowgirls. And there was a bunch of lassoing things. I didn't really enjoy that when they were lassoing the calves. That bothered me. I don't like that. I don't mind the Cowboys riding on the bucking bronco because that bronco is doing its thing. And the Cowboys were on the worst side of that, the worst end of the receiving on those competitions. But I didn't really like the cattle roping, and I was rooting for the cattle. And when the Cowboys would miss and not be able to rope the cattle, I was very happy. And then sometimes they'd rope the cattle, and then I would cross my fingers and hold my breath, hoping that the cattle would be okay. And then when they lasso them, the calves would get up and run away, and then I felt happy about that. So, it's a mixed bag, but at least this sport is based on real work that ranchers do with the roping and the steers and so forth, and riding, of course. Hopefully they're not riding bulls out on their farms and ranches, but it was impressive. And not only did the PBR bring some of the best cowboys and cowgirls in the world, but they had some of the best athletes. And so when they were introducing each rider, they would say, well, this bull, and the bull's name was like Twisted Tornado, or I don't know, say the wicked names, but they would tell you that this bull hasn't been ridden since January of 24, and it threw that pro bull rider in 2 seconds or whatever. So the athletes were world class too. It was just great. It was great. And I met their announcer, Garrett Yernigan, I think. What a gifted presenter. This man had a great voice and just a wonderful delivery, and he knew the sport, and he was friendly and kept the crowd involved, and he was funny, and they had a rodeo clown. It was really a special experience. If you have not gone to a rodeo, I encourage you to. And at the end of the rodeo, I walked down the bleachers and I met Garrett and just introduced myself. I told him how wonderful I thought he was. And so we've connected on Instagram, and he's a great guy. It's good to see other voices of other sports doing so well. And, an announcer can make or break an event, right? And so he definitely added to it. He was special, very, very talented. And kudos to you, Garrett, and to the PBR. I loved it. I hope I get to go back one day. What else? Okay, that's it. That's all I want to tell you about that stuff. I've just been traveling around, and if I'm coming to a place near you, you need to come see me. Oh, if I didn't tell you, I was in Detroit, and I got to spend all my time with my hotties, and that was very special too. I think I might have mentioned that in my last podcast, but if I didn't, all the hotties who came out, thank you for coming to see me. Every time I come to Michigan, I know that I'm going to have an arsenal of friends there. We got to celebrate Kelly Privette's birthday, 60th birthday, and damn, she makes 60 look good. She's lost a ton of weight using the exact formula for weight loss, and she's younger than she was 10 years ago. So congrats, Kelly. Okay, on to your Q's and A's. Remember, if you have questions for me, share them, right? Go to my Instagram page and send me a message, or Facebook, or the Hottie Body FITZNESS Challenge group page on Facebook. I love connecting with everybody there. Everybody's welcome to join. That's right. If you join me there, I will guide you, encourage, harass you towards fitness. And the group of people we have on that page are extraordinary. They're all like regular Joes and Janes, just trying to live better and live longer and get in shape, lose weight, run races. They're awesome. And they're so supportive, which means a lot, because we only accept kindness and encouragement. Join me there. Do you understand? Join me there. Okay. And we will be right back.
Are you looking for the perfect gift for a loved one battling cancer? The Cancer Comeback series by Fitz Koehler offers hope, inspiration, and practical guidance. With Your Healthy Cancer Comeback, My Noisy Cancer Comeback, and The Healthy Cancer Comeback Journal. These books are a lifeline for all patients and survivors. Right now, you can order autographed copies at a special discount. Show your support and help a loved one go from sick to strong. Visit FITZNESS.com today. That's FITZNESS.com. FITZNESS.com.
We're back. And A's. We're starting with Layla Serrano. Hi, Layla. Layla says, how do I prevent injuries during exercise? So that's a big loaded question, because there's a lot of opportunities for injuries, and there's a lot of different exercises. But on the whole, I would say a proper warm-up always goes a long way. So you never want to jump right into the toughest part of your workout. You want to gradually, slowly prepare your body for more vigorous motions, for larger motions, for more intense motions. So if you start from a cold place, start moving slowly, gently, and then start duplicating the motions you'll do during the greater portion of your workout. Go through those motions at a slow pace and a small level. So when I was a kickboxer, for example, and I used to fight, I didn't show up in the gym and just go, boom, kick somebody in the head. I would start out kicking ankle height, and then knee height, and then hip height. I would, maybe 20 kicks to the ankle, then 20 kicks to the knee, and 20 kicks to the hip, and slowly, gradually bring my leg up higher and higher. The same thing would go for punching. I would do shadow boxing. Shadow boxing is a great warm up, because you're not making contact with anything or anyone, and it doesn't have to be rapid fire. And that's how people incur sprains, and tears. So whatever you're doing it, do it at a much slower level and prepare your body. Ideally during a warm up, your heart rate will increase and you'll start sweating. If you start sweating on your eyebrow, that, that sweat right there, that means you're probably nice and toasty. And then after the warm up, you want to do some big stretching, dynamic stretching. That's stretching with movement. You're twisting, you're kicking, you're lifting your knees, you're bending from side to side. Yes, you can do some static stretches, which is where you're going to hold those poses, but those are the tenets of a proper warm up. The other thing you can do during your workout to prevent injury is to commit to only making progress in baby steps. And so you don't want to go from, I'm someone who runs a 5 miles per hour to I'm instantly going to do 7 miles per hour today. Nah, maybe only get 10% better today. Instead of going to 7 miles per hour, you're going to do 5.4 miles per hour pace, right? So gradually increase. And again, if you're only able to kick someone in the knee, you don't want to aim for the head on your next workout. You want to aim for the hip or the top of the thigh, right? So make progress in small increments, and then you'll not have big setbacks. And big setbacks come from real pain and suffering because you crippled yourself because you did too much, or you actually caused injury, sprain, strain, tear, God forbid, a fracture. And so work on progressing slowly. I would say those are the number one and two tenets of avoiding injuries: a proper cool down, which is just reverse engineering your warm up. You're going backwards, slow it down, decrease the range of motions, and let your heart rate come down naturally. And then that's where your static stretching comes in. Beyond the actual progression of your workout pointers, which I just gave, the stronger you are, if you have good muscle mass, you are less likely to have sprains, strains, and tears. If you are flexible, less likely to have sprains, strains, and tears. If you have good balance, you are less likely to fall down. So within your workouts, always don't just plan for cardio or don't just plan for strength, plan for always including strength and flexibility and balance. And those 3 pillars of fitness will help you stay healthy and prevent injury in all circumstances. So great question, Layla. I hope that was a great answer that solved your curiosity. Okay, Marcus Avery. Should I be stretching before or after workout? The answer is yes, Marcus. Yes, you should be stretching before and after your workout. So as I just mentioned, during your warm-up, it's preferred to do dynamic stretching, which is active stretching. You're moving actively through your range of motion, and then you can hold stretches. But the secret to making progress with stretching is to wait until your body is all heated up, not just warm, but you've gone through all the motions of your workout, whether it's strength training or cardio or yoga, whatever it is. When you go through your workout and you go through your full range of motion during strength and cardio and balance training, at the end, that's where you can make real progress with stretching. So the stretching in the advance of your workout during your warm-up, that's to prevent injury. The stretching you do before your workout is simply to prepare you to get through your workout without injury. The stretching you do at the end of your workout should be longer, slower, and more intense because your body is heated up and ready for it. And so when you're trying to gain flexibility, that's where you do it at the end of your workout. And, maybe you did a 5-10 minute warm up at the beginning of your cardio session, maybe do 10-20 minutes of stretching at the end. You can really drag it out, go through lots of stretches, and that'll help you gain flexibility. So yes, you should stretch at the beginning and the end of your workouts, but the intentions of the stretches are different and the methodology are different. So thank you, Marcus. Alrighty, Nadia Voss. This is a popular question. And Nadia says, what's the most effective way to burn off belly fat? And so I love that I see all these commercials on TV that say, burn belly fat with my pill. Get this supplement and burn belly fat. As if that was a thing you could do. That is total cockamamie nonsense. And I'm going to tell you why. Is because you can't choose where you're going to lose fat. If you are losing weight and you are losing fat, your body will decide where it goes. It might go from your belly, sure, but it might also go from your butt, from your thighs, from your armpits, from your boobs, from your cheeks, from your neck, from your feet. You can't tell your body where it should let go of the fat. It's just going to choose on its own. And we all know that we have particular places where our bodies gather fat first. Some people refer to them as problem area. Maybe you say, I've got hips. My hips always put on weight first. Okay. Well, that's where you gain weight first. It doesn't mean that's the only place you'll gain weight. You will gain weight everywhere. The more weight you gain, the more spread out it will be. I tell you, I'm 40 pounds less than I was in high school into early college, and my foot is a size smaller. So I used to be an 8.5 for a very long time. I'm an 8. 8.5s are baggy on me. Baggy shoes. They're baggy. They're too big because I lost weight. So you can't just lose belly fat. You lose fat, you lose weight, and it will come off from all of your body parts. I mean, it would be weird if you got really, really thin, yet your cheeks were still huge, right? If you lose weight, you will lose X percent from head to toe, and you can't choose. You can't choose belly fat unless you're having liposuction, right? If you pay a plastic surgeon $15,000 and they cut you open and they put the little vacuum cleaner inside your tummy and they shove it around so violently, yikes, then you can choose how to, then you can say, get rid of my belly fat, but you can't just do that. And so what I want you to be aware of is all the snake oil salesmen, all the vultures out there, whenever they are selling a product that promises to get rid of your belly fat, know that they are stealing from you. They're trying to steal from you, and please don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. I mean, it's absolutely impossible. You know, the other thing that, burns me up. And I used to have a very sweet friend. She's someone who sells everything, like everything she could get her hand on, from Tupperware to candles to weight loss tea to whatever. But these sticky wraps, I don't know if you remember, well, I think it was called like the wrap or Rapid or something, WRAP. But these women were like Tupperware parties were selling these stupid wraps where people would wrap the product around their tummy like saran wrap, and it was gooey, and with claims that would dissolve your belly fat, which is such an outrageous scam, just such an outrageous scam. As if you could put a wrap around your tummy and it would say, okay, I'm not going to burn off the skin, and I'm not going to burn up the organs, and I'm not going to burn up the hair on that body. I'm just going to go in and burn the fat. It's absolute insanity and garbage and lies. And you know what? I do feel a little relief, because I think 10 years ago, there was a lot more of that stuff. It's still there. Trust me, it's still there, but it's not as heavy. When there was some sort of shake company that they were selling a lot of garbage, it just felt like it was all over. And those little mini vultures, that was their sales tools. They would have their little brand on a bumper sticker on the back of the car. I know you know what I'm talking about. These people were everywhere, and they're trying to sell you their little products. And it's out of ignorance too. You know what? Out of complete ignorance. I have one of my hotties, Ross Jerry Jones, who's one of the sweetest, most lovely humans on earth. He was selling those, it's like beach something shakes. Anyways, he was selling them for a long time. And then he found me and he learned about the exact formula for weight loss, and he used it. And then he actually lost the weight. And you know what he did? He apologized to the world for selling those shakes and lying to people, and stopped. He actually had an inventory that he paid for and had at his house. And once he knew better, that eating wisely, eating the right amount at the right size is a secret to weight loss, and you don't need any of these scammy products. He took all the products he had and he just threw them away. He didn't try to just sell them off to some unsuspecting victim. He said, I can't take part in this anymore. It's unethical. And he got rid of them. So know that any of these products promising to get rid of your belly fat are just liars. Unless it's a plastic surgeon with one of those sucky tubes, nobody can do it for you but you. And when you lose weight, it will come off from all parts of your body, and your body will make that choice. Okay. And we will be right back. Wouldn't it be fun to feel like a celebrity on race day? Imagine if all the spectators between the start and finish line were calling your name. Well, they would if they could. And that's why you have to tell them by ordering the Name Bib Kit at penandpaces.com. It's a waterproof, tear-proof bib. You can put it on your chest. It comes with 2 sets of alphabet stickers for you to write your name. And so as you cruise on by, everyone can say, go Katie, go Jamal, go Susie, whoever you are, they're going to cheer for you. I promise. It's a special way to race. I ran the Boston Marathon with my name on my sports bra. It felt like everybody in the town of Boston was cheering, go Fitz. And I want that for you too. So head on over to penandpaces.com right now, order your race bib, and have the time of your life.
We're
And then
back.
this is another great question I'm really excited to answer. Chrissy Lyons Bergeron, who always hits me with great questions. Chrissy, I love you. Thank you so much. She wants to know how to find fantastic sports bras that help, because she's got big boobs. And I think I'm a big boob girl, Chrissy, too, that prevent bounce, like any bounce. And you know what? The bounce can be a real bear. My boobs were much bigger when I was younger and heavier, but also post pregnancy. I remember going for a run. It was Ginger or Parker. They were just about a week old. And yes, I went for a run because that's who I am, right? But I put on one bra, like a normal bra that went over your shoulders. And then I put on a racerback bra because, again, I had huge knockers. I was nursing and they were ginormous. So I was like, I'll just double down on bras and then I'll go out for a run. And I did. And when I came home, my clavicles, both sides, were bleeding, just pouring blood. Those sports bras I had on were covered in blood because the sports bras had cut. So it's a real thing. It's a real struggle. And if you are a big boobed woman, I feel your pain. I've been there. Since I've lost weight, my boobs are a little smaller. Thank goodness. No more milk to nurse babies and just less of me. So my boobs are less of a burden, but they still are. I can't wear a flimsy bra and go exercise, or that would be a bad time, right? So instead of plugging a specific brand, what I'm going to tell you is there's some features in sports bras that will help you find something that feels good to you. So number one, you want to look for fabric that does not have a lot of stretch. And so if you go by the smaller boob woman yoga bras, you will find these really cute, stretchy, soft, wonderful bras. That's not what you want. You want fabric with as little give as possible, the kind that just is going to hold you right there. It's not going to bend when you bounce. You want that sturdy fabric without a lot of give. You also want thick straps. So if you have the tiny straps, it's going to be less supportive, but it also is going to dig. It's going to cut into your shoulders, your neck, your clavicle. You know what I did? And the ladies know about this, the nursing pads. You know how you put the little nursing pads are a circle, they're like maxi pads, but circles, and you put them in your bra so you don't leak, or at least you don't leak through your shirt. Oh my gosh, I'm giving so much like TMI right now, right? I'm the queen of TMI lately, but that's okay because you're my besties and we might as well talk it out and get through it. Guys, if you don't know all this stuff exists, well, it exists. This is a thing. But yeah, so I would take those nursing pads and I would put them underneath the straps of my bra to protect my clavicle from the tearing, the cutting back and forth. I mean, really, anybody could. You can go grab a maxi pad and just put it underneath your sports bra, but you shouldn't have to do that, right? So just don't get the skinny straps. Get thicker straps that will distribute the weight of your boobs evenly across your shoulder, your trap, your neck, wherever they land. But thicker straps will be more forgiving on your upper body, and then they will hold your boobs up better, right? They will provide more stability. The other thing you want is a bra that provides adjustment. So if you have one of those over the head bras, if it's the perfect amount of tightness, then yeah, it's going to hold you in place, but it's really hard to get off. You know what I'm saying? You get stuck in that sports bra position. Some people actually get stuck. I remember when I had my surgery for my lumpectomy and my left arm just wasn't doing all the things it was supposed to do. It was kind of weak, kind of sore. And I actually got stuck in my sports bra for a good 10 minutes one day and I had nobody at home to help me. And it was just, it wasn't a good scene. It was part defeating and part hilarious. And I'm pretty sure I laughed at myself, but yeah, you can really get stuck in a tight sports bra. So if you have the adjustable back where the little clips go in or the zipper up front, that can go a long way as well. And what was the other thing? It should tell you, many of these bras will tell you it's for big boobs, high compression, no bounce. Look for those words on the tag or in the online description. And I do a lot of Lululemon shopping. I don't represent them. I'm not an ambassador, but you see what I wear. You see what I wear. I've got a real problem with Lululemon. I buy too much of it. But there are some bras that say this is for bigger boobs and this is for less bounce. And so, believe them, give them a shot. Just make sure they have a warranty so you can, or a return policy so you can send things back. But I believe you can get great bras in all price categories, from Walmart to Amazon to Lulu to Athletica or Athleta, whatever they are. I don't know. I don't shop that brand yet, but Adidas, Under Armour, they all have choices. So find your price range. Or here's the thing: if you're cash strapped, perhaps invest in one fantastic bra, because your boobs deserve the greatness, right? They deserve to be comfortable, and you deserve to feel great while you're exercising. And if you have that one wonderful bra, well, maybe you just wash it every night and hang it to dry so it doesn't have the wear and tear. But yeah, one great bra can go a long way. And then if you're going to do something that doesn't require bouncing, maybe you are going to do yoga or Pilates or just go do strength training without plyometrics, then don't wear your super fancy no bounce big boob bra. Don't wear that one, and wear something a little more low key, right? Something softer. I have different bras for different things. I tell you what, the bra I ran the Boston Marathon in was a low bounce bra. But when I go do yoga, I've got some little flimsy things that feel just fine for me. Oh, and also, it's nice for you to have a pretty bra. You deserve that. And I'm total girly right now. I just want everything to be cute and happy and bright colors and pretty. And so why not? You're a woman. I don't know any men who have boobs. So go ahead and get a black camo bra. I think camo is totally hot, but whatever makes you feel pretty, right? You can have both. And it used to be that only the girls with the tiny boobs could have cute bras, but now the girls with the big boobs can have cute bras too. And you deserve that. So Chrissy and all of my other big boobed listeners, go get you a great bra. And then you can use my channels. Go to my Hottie Body FITZNESS Challenge group page, and you can get there and start talking about the brands you love. Again, I'm not contracted with anybody, so I'm not going to start plugging bra brands, but you can do it. Share amongst yourself. Go on my Instagram page and comment on my posts. And I bet you have some really great suggestions. So that's it. That's it for my Q's and my A's today. Thank you for the wonderful questions. I love talking about fitness. It just makes me so freaking happy. So thanks for listening. And thanks to all of my listeners around the world. We've got Australia coming in so hard lately, and France and Germany. And I think it's very cool. Bonjour to my French audience. But yeah, I love having you. So communication tip of the show is for you to read a book. That's right. Read a book with your eyes or read a book with your ears. Audiobooks count. But I think the more we're absorbing information, the larger our vocabulary, the more interesting our repertoire of content will be, whether we're reading fiction or nonfiction, history or romance. I think reading books makes us just a more worldly, interesting, knowledgeable person, and it can stimulate conversations with other folks. And I love that we can garner bigger vocabulary words by listening. Hopefully I drop a humdinger every now and then that you think, I like that word, I'm going to use it, because a big vocabulary is, I don't know, I'm going to say it again. I think it's so hot. There's a lot of weird things I think are hot. Camo, yes. Big vocabularies, yes. Cowboy boots, yes. I've got a whole list. Also, remember, I wear size 8. That's right. If you feel like sending somebody cowboy boots, I'm on a mission. I have bought several pairs this year, several extra pairs, and I want several more. I'm having a hard time refusing the cowboy boots. I think I've bought 3 pairs this year, which is a lot in 1 year. I mean, my brown boots, golly, I've had them for almost 20 years and they're still in great shape. But now I've added hot pink, and I've added another pair of brown, and I've added my Florida Gator boots. So you see where I'm going with this. If you have beautiful size 8 women's cowboy boots, send them my way. Okay. And then our song of the show, one of my favorites. So my friend Chris Wilmot, I love you, Chris, just lost his father, and his father was such a sweet man. I only met him in person once, but he and I connected, and I will miss the fact that he exists. I haven't even connected with him in person, but we're always asking about each other through Chris. And Chris, I'm really proud of you, and I love you. And I know you made some hard decisions, but you are a saint. And I know you brought big joy to your father in his remaining months. So this song is for you, Chris Wilmot. Juveniles, Back That Thing Up. And if you're ready for the explicit version, it's Juveniles, Back That Ass Up. But because I have such a big, juicy booty, and I am such a big, fine woman, that is Chris and I's song. So in honor of Chris and his dad, Back That Thing Up. Add it to your playlist. And I do think you should probably be strength training to that song, without a doubt. Oh, cycling. Do cycling, because Chris loves cycling. But yeah, Back That Thing Up. I love you. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to click subscribe. And again, the book cover is coming soon, and I can't wait to get it in your hands. I love you all. Get to work. Bye, team. Mwah.
Hi, this is Rudy Novotny, the voice of America's Marathons. We all love how much running has benefited every aspect of our lives, so much so that most of us only wish we'd started sooner. Wouldn't it be wonderful to give the opportunity to children of today? Well, you can. The Morning Mile is a before-school walking and running program that gives children a chance to start each day in an active way while enjoying fun, music, and friends. That's every child, every day. It's also supported by a wonderful system of rewards, which keeps students highly motivated and frequently congratulated. Created by our favorite fitness expert, Fitz Koehler, morning milers across the country have run over 2 million miles and are having greater success with academics, behavior, and sports because of it. The Morning Mile is free to the child, free to the school, and is inexpensively funded by businesses or generous individuals. Help more kids get moving in the morning by visiting morningmile.com. Champion the program at your favorite school or find out more about sponsorship opportunities. That's morningmile.com. Long may you run.